All right, everybody, thanks for watching this AZO BJJ video. What we're gonna work on right now is some hip movements. We're gonna work on sort of a reverse hip, but we're gonna really make it into kind of a hip shovel. And then we're gonna do a little drill with a belt that's gonna let us kind of practice that motion. So hip shovel motion, different than hip escape. Okay, so hip escape, we're coming here, we're bridging, and we're moving to the other side, right? We're maybe making space, trying to bump something up, right? The hip shovel is where we're sliding our hips underneath. Okay, so our hip shovel, we still reach, we're still in the same kind of position as our reverse hip escape, or reverse shrimp, or French fry, whatever you want to call them. We're going to start in this position, but instead of coming up, what we're going to do is we're going to slide our hips from one side to the other. Okay, we always are going to be keeping our arms in, elbows in, hands in. Okay, so each time we kind of move our feet. We reach our feet, bring our hips. On the mat, this would be more of a movement down towards your feet, kind of like a reverse hip escape. Okay, so it kind of combines. If you watched or are aware of the windshield wiper movement, it's kind of a windshield wiper with your hips. This movement's very good. Say I've got a person, I'm pushing him off, and I want to roll them over. I'm going to hip shovel underneath them. Then I can start my bridge, start my head escape, right? It allows you to leverage somebody on top of your hips without having to do a large movement, okay? So hip shovel, back and forth. Okay, so with that same kind of idea in mind, we're gonna look at, I have a belt here. It's a barred white belt. You might wanna, if you're tying it to something, don't use your regular belt, especially if you think it's going to tear it up. Maybe use an older belt. Buy another belt for doing this. Okay, and so we're going to get nice and close, right? And so whatever our surface is, we're going to go ahead and grab here, okay? And then we're just going to use this to keep us close to the surface, and we're going to move our hips in this windshield wiper motion, this hip shovel kind of motion, okay? Then our next exercise is kind of go into this spider guard system here, okay? So right now I'm just kind of chilling here. My hips aren't really moving, okay? But I want to move my hips from side to side, all right? So I'm going to take one foot, I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to take one foot, I'm going to bring it up, okay? And I should be pushing up on the side that I've got my foot up on, okay? I'm going to switch sides. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step on that. I'm going to take my windshield wiper motion, and then I'm going to have my other leg up, okay? So I'm going to step down on this side, lift my hips into the other side. So step and up, step and up. So each time I'm stepping, like I'm thinking about this being a person's arm, right? And I'm stepping on their elbow or their bicep. I'm thinking about this foot opening the other arm out, right? Not down, but out, okay? So I'm stepping down, lifting my hips up, making that motion, and then my other foot comes out. So each time I step down on the top leg, okay, I'm imagining that the person is moving away from my leg that's up, okay? And so I'm going to step down on it, and I'm going to adjust. I'm going to step down on it, and I'm going to adjust. And so the reason why I'm doing this with my hip shovel motion is that each time, both of these exercises are to cause me to move my hip from one side to the other, right? They're kind of a different application, but they're the same type of movement, right? This can be challenging when you first start, or even if you've been doing it for a little while, it can be challenging to use something like a sleeve, to control the person, and then think about, okay, I need to move my hip to the other side, but how do I do that, right? I can't just let go and do this and effectively stay with them. I need to be able to do that by utilizing the part that I'm holding on to. So if you have something that you can tie a belt onto, this is a good way to practice this motion from side to side. And don't forget that we can start here, right? Side to side here. All right, thanks for watching.